Seriously? Seriously? I, Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you that are new here, my name is Chido and this is my lovely home. YouTube, like not this place, but I mean, this is my home still. So, like, anyway, you get what I'm saying. For everyone who's a returning subscriber, hey, how are you? I know you've missed me, but this time I don't even think you actually missed me that much because I've only been gone a couple of days. So yeah, that's all good, but you're gonna be seeing a lot more of me this month because we are trying to be consistent and giving you all the content because I mean, let's be honest, you guys really don't have anything else to do right now, neither do I, so let's help each other out here. I record, I put up content, you watch, and you subscribe, you share, you like, you enjoy, you have something to do with your day, and everybody wins. And for those of you that are watching but you haven't subscribed, seriously, let's talk about this. Like, you're here, you watch me, I'm sure this isn't even your first time, so like, let's just click the subscribe button and then just become a member of the Chido family. Come on now, like, seriously, work with me here. So yeah, today's video, I'm actually very excited to film this. Like, I was thinking to myself, okay, what's my next video gonna be? I don't know. And then boom, right there it was. Like, I mean, it wasn't like a boom moment like the Big Bang Theory type thing, but it was kind of like that sort of maybe, who knows. We're gonna be filming an unpopular edition unpopular opinion relationship edition. Sorry, I don't even know what I just said, but yeah, so I'm just going to be sharing a couple of my things that I feel like are very unpopular with everybody else, like my opinions, but I think people should really think about a lot more concerning relationships and stuff like that. If I offend you, yikes. But if you feel like I'm talking sense, just drop a comment for me down below, and yeah, let's make this a conversation. Like, we should have some of these chats because yeah, that's life. And also don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You might as well like the video in the beginning because it's gonna be nice anyway, so yeah, let's get to it. Let me just guess. Oh wait, yeah, no, I don't have a disclaimer. Nope. I think what I'm saying is genuinely like straight up facts, so nope, no disclaimer. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so unpopular opinions relationship edition. Unpopular opinion number 1. Do I start with spice or do I not start with spice? Okay, let me not start with spice. Basically, whoever you dated when you were in high school doesn't count. Yeah, like, you know what? When you're like between the ages of 15, 14, 16, 18, you don't even know what you want in life. So, like, sorry, those relationships do not count to save nobody's life. I mean, unless you're like one of the 10% in this world that end up getting married to their high school sweetheart. Oh, great, that's nice for you. But everybody else, yeah, no. Like, in fact, sometimes I actually like to believe anything that happened prior to you turning 21 or 24. Let it go. Like, we're not counting that. Unpopular opinion number 2. Ghosting is not always a bad thing. I actually feel like some people are gonna come for me for this one, but there was like this one time, I don't remember when it was, there was this chat all over Twitter where people were talking about ghosting and how they've been ghosted and stuff like that and how it sucks and etc. Personally, I've never experienced ghosting, but I feel like I'm personally the one who has ghosted before, and I'm saying what I'm saying, that it's not always a bad thing because sometimes there's some people that are like, if you're in a toxic situation, right, and you are done with it, sometimes it's actually better for you to just ghost this person than to actually like talk to them and try explain, kuti, you want to leave because A, B, C, D, because 9 out of 10 that person might actually then convince you to stay, and now what you wanted to like do and how you wanted to leave the situation like then becomes null and void. And also sometimes I just feel like closure is overrated, and like sometimes it really doesn't exist. If you feel like you're not getting anything out of a certain situation and it's better for you to just leave, sometimes honestly the honest truth of the matter is we do not really owe anyone anything. So like if you feel like this is not for you and it's toxic and whatever, just shut. You don't even have to tell them anything, bruh. Just like leave. Like it's good. Like keep it moving. Also, by the way, I forgot to mention my nails are looking crusty, and if you guys are just gonna be up in this place judging me about it, first of all, I cannot go get my nails done because I stay at home. So let's be nice, okay? Unpopular opinion number 3. It's never premature to ask a guy what he wants out of a relationship with you. If you're a girl and people tell you that, no, you can only ask him what he wants out of the relationship, or like what you guys are after like 3 dates or like after 2 months or whatever, BS. Listen, the day you guys start talking, 2 days later or whatever, ask him straight up, could you like, listen nigga, what do you want? Like, because in all honesty, it stops people from wasting their time with someone who like doesn't see a future with them, or it kind of puts a sock in the idea that like, say I want a proper like long-term relationship with you and I want to work things out and whatever, whereas you're just really looking for a fling or someone to like talk to pass time or whatever. Like, then guys, let's just tell each other like from day one, this is what you're on about and this is what it is, so that I can make an informed decision by myself. Like, it's always best for people to just have these like conversations, uncomfortable or not, up front, so that you just avoid like a lot of this messy stuff that people end up like, you know, getting themselves into because lack of communication and whatever. So yeah, next unpopular opinion, sorry, my bad. If someone shows you that they don't want a relationship or tells you that it's over and they basically break up with you, right? And then you go and do something extravagant to kind of prove to them that you love them or to win them back or whatever, right? Like, don't be mad when they don't change their mind or they stick to what they believe in, whatever, and then you start calling them an asshole or like whatever, calling them out because you purposefully ignored what this person said. Kuti, listen, I do not want you, I don't see a future with you, I don't want to be with you or whatever, and you went and you did things off of your own accord, and now that it doesn't work out to your like expectations, that person is an asshole. Nah, bruh, like, you dug yourself into that mess and you're the shitty person, and just take your L and keep it moving. Like, we're not gonna like be cussing people out here because they chose themselves. Like, nah, pull yourself together and stop like trying to force people into like things with you because that's what you want. Like, no. Men aren't always the problems in relationship. That's really, I feel like, a very important unpopular opinion, because I've noticed the trend among women in general. Like, we don't really like taking accountability for our toxic behavior and the things and the role that we played in relationships. Like, it seems like every single relationship that seems to end or whatever, it's his fault. He did me wrong, he treated me like crap, he cheated on me, he did this, he did that. It's like, there's never, you didn't do anything wrong. And you know, the problem with that is when you fail to take accountability for your actions and acknowledge your own toxic traits, how are you ever going to get better for the next relationship? Like, this is why sometimes women end up in the same pattern and you don't even notice it, but like almost all your relationships end up the same way because you're refusing to just sit back and be like, you know what, okay, as Chido, I feel like in my last relationship I was mad disrespectful, and like, granted, he did what he did or whatever, but my role in that was I was disrespectful, I I don't know what are toxic traits. I lied and whatever and stuff like that, and like if I don't acknowledge that and deal with it personally, then it never ends well. And so men are not always the problem, ladies. Sometimes we are just shitty people again, and we need to work towards fixing it and becoming better women. Next unpopular opinion. I know this one is another one people might come for me for, but I don't think you can be friends with your ex, eh? Like, no, that's not a thing. Like someone who you dated for like a year or 2 years and then you break up and then you think you can be friends. What's that? Like, what's a friend? Like, I don't know what you mean. Like, I always feel like in most cases, one of you still has feelings for the other, and they think that because you guys are still friends, they're using that friendship as like a leeway or a thing that, no, we're working it out and we're just trying to like sort things out while they deal with whatever hurt or pain they're dealing with. During this time we'll be friends and whatever, and then one day we're gonna get back together. No. And also it's just very awkward and uncomfortable for like your future. Like imagine being friends with your ex, right? And then you meet, like if I was friends with my ex, right? And then now I'm in my relationship with Funga and stuff. Like, okay, you want your friends to be happy for you, right? So you obviously talk to them about your relationship. First of all, that's weird. Why are you talking to your ex about your current relationship, right? And then we get married or you get engaged or whatever. You like, are you inviting your ex-boyfriend to your engagement party or your wedding? Like, it's just weird. Like, what's really the point of that friendship? Like, if it never materializes into like a place where you can't even be happy for each other. No, don't be rude. Like, sorry. What was I saying? Yes, what's the point of being friends with each other if like your friendship never really materializes into a place where you can talk about or share each other's most intimate, happiest moments? Like, that's fake. Like, you don't have to hate each other, right? Like, that's not what I'm saying. You can be cordial, like hi, or like we just know we are at a neutral place. But friendship, no ways. Where am I? You can't be friends with your I write notes because I have so much to say and I like forget sometimes, you know. I don't even know if I want to say this unpopular opinion, but you know what? And this one might just be the most unpopular opinion ever, but sometimes if you've been cheated on or whatever, quote unquote, acknowledge the role you played for this person to get to that point. Wait, listen, before you start like just wait, right? Like there's some people that and I'm saying this because of the way I felt at some point in one of my relationships. Like sometimes cheating isn't necessarily like always I'm just a horny person and I want to be with someone else and I want two people like on my shoulder and whatever type thing. But like sometimes if you're in a relationship, right, and it's toxic, sometimes you get to a point where like obviously like some toxic relationships are very difficult to leave, and even not just toxic, some relationships are very difficult to leave. Have you guys ever come across one honoramba gurambwa? Like they really exist, like people that like will put their foot down to you breaking up with them. Like it's actually genuinely a thing. This is another, it actually stems back to what I said earlier on, that ghosting people sometimes is okay, because if you refuse to be dumped like consistently and a person like feels like they can't set themselves free from you, bruh, ghost that person. Just delete, block, whatever you need to do. Just bye, like okay, thanks, we're good here, like I'm out. Like, and so like if you're in a situation like that, right, honestly, like you can get to a point where you've been pushed over the edge and you start cheating or whatever, not because that's what you want out of life or whatever, but because of the current situation. And but then like just in general, I don't really condone cheating. I think it sucks. I've been cheated on before, so I know how it hurts. Like it really like does complete like mind fuck on a person. Like it's just no. So yeah, anyway, unpopular opinion, the next one is looks are very important. I do see what people say, Zekuti, beauty is the eye of the beholder, or it's beauty is on the inside, it's found on the inside or whatever. My nigga, beauty is found on the inside and the outside. Like, I have to feel like I'm attracted to you, like for me to like really fully be into you. So if I feel like, no, you're a lovely person on the inside, but on the outside, I how does that even work? And even in terms of like trying to settle down with someone who you're not even like attracted to, like physically and sexually and stuff, it's like, how are you gonna even go about doing that? Like when you have kids and they don't come out looking that nice, in your head, are you ever really gonna be fully content with yourself knowing that your children have to suffer because you couldn't just say, I want a good looking person? Are you guys going to let your kids suffer because all in the name of looks don't matter? It's okay. Terrible people, you guys, sometimes. Anyway, unpopular opinion. I should really like number this stuff because now I don't even know which one we're at anymore. But anyway, going to social media to tell people that you've been cheated on or to cuss out your relationship or whatever is like the most childish. Like, it's so weird to me because like, what for the why? Like, just balance me here. Like, why are you doing it? Like, I know that there's moments where we have an emotional fit and you just kind of explode and you just go and you go on a rant, right? But then there's people who intentionally will be like, yeah, my partner did this, my boyfriend did this, he cheated on me with this chick and whatever and blah blah blah, I don't understand why this guy did this or whatever. Are you proud that you were taken for a pose? Like, does it excite you that someone took you for a joke? Like, I don't understand. And mistreated you. Is that something to like, is it an achievement? Is it something to highlight and be so excited about that like you were treated badly? I don't know. There's like certain things that like, I don't know. I'm not saying always share good things with social media or whatever, but be careful what you're putting out there in terms of like tweets and just like Instagram posts and Facebook posts, because sometimes when the rest of us look at it, we're not always seeing it as, no, her boyfriend was a shitty person or whatever, but it also kind of says a lot about yourself, the way you speak towards a relationship that you had on the internet or whatever, because it's kind of like, okay. So yeah, you know, I don't like being cheated on is not like, it's not a fashionable thing. I don't understand why people like to make it seem like it's cute or like it's the next best trend. It's weird. Okay. Unpopular opinion, probably number 9 or 10. Women, stop creating fantasies in your head with men that do not exist. It's not always the boy's fault. And I say this because, and this is a very unpopular opinion, because a lot of people would like to really cling on to the whole men are trash movement. But no, not all the time. Because sometimes women, you meet a guy and 9 out of 10 were already seeing stars, already seeing the wedding day and the wedding dress and the kids and the white picket fence. And you walk yourself into a relationship that doesn't even exist, or a scenario that like doesn't even listen. If a man does not ask you out and like literally say, the same way men have to go on bended knee to say, will you marry me, right? Is the same way they should say, will you be my girlfriend? Not necessarily on bended knee, of course not, but if he wants to, like, hey, go ahead. But if he doesn't ask you those words, will you be my girlfriend? Then you are nobody's girlfriend. Don't walk yourself into a scenario where we're dating just because you're talking. It's almost like saying, listen, the way I see it, if a company calls you today, right, and says, come for a job interview, right? You go for the interview, they tell you it's been great and whatever, and that you're a finalist, auntie. And then company B calls you and says, come for an interview. Are you going to tell company B, no, sorry, I can't, because company A said you're a finalist? Company A hasn't really solidified things with you yet. So you're gonna like think that, are you gonna be walking around telling people that you work there even though they haven't officially asked you and sent you a contract and said, hey Chido, come work for us? Like that's exactly what walking into relationships where you haven't even been asked out is exactly like. Like you're accepting a job that you weren't even given or offered. Like already. And like you also kind of block your own chances and whatever, because then company B, C, and D can't even walk into your life and apply because hey, you're busy claiming some dude who doesn't even claim you. Like you could really be out here telling all your homies about this nigga, yet no one in his life knows you even exist. Like because he doesn't claim you. Like stop claiming men who are not claiming you, and then you call them trash when they move on with their lives or start claiming someone else or whatever, or they like going on like dates with other hands and stuff like that, or are seen in public with someone else, because like then they're trash when they never really explicitly said to you, you are my girlfriend. Hi, no, let's get it together. And then unpopular opinion number 11. We're assuming we're on 11. 2 seconds ago I was on 9. My numbers, I told you guys, me and maths, no. So there's a difference between having a type and being a colorist, and this is like specifically for black people. I think colorism is a major thing in our society, and I say this personally for myself. I really felt it a lot growing up and in high school. A lot of boys would throw digs and insult me for being dark skinned and whatever. I remember there was even a girl I learned with in my class. She was much darker than me, but people at some point gave her the nickname Blackie because she was dark, and you know, like she accepted it and whatever, but that's not right. Like it's just wrong on so many different levels. And I feel like most dark-skinned girls will agree with me when I say being a dark-skinned girl, black girl, was not really the easiest thing growing up. And so yeah, colorism is really, even right now, come to think of it, because people tend to like glorify yellow bones and whatever all the time, and it's like, and the statement that I dislike the most, and please, like, if you ever meet me in life, don't ever say this to my face, because I'm gonna just like cringe and walk away. Oh, you're so pretty for a dark-skinned girl. Like, what does that mean? Like, when you say that statement, what exactly is going through your mind? Like, dark-skinned girls are supposed to be ugly, and it's impossible that I'm pretty. Like, it's weird that I'm pretty because I'm dark. Like, I don't understand what that means. So like when I say there's a difference between having a type and like being colorist, I mean a type is, my type is, I like men with beards. I like girls that have a specific body type and whatever. Like that's a type, right? Whereas when you say my type is a light-skinned chick or yellow bone, right? What if like it then erases half of your entire race, because all the dark-skinned people you're basically saying are not good enough to be with you. And it's like, to me, when you say you have a type, right? If I'm a guy and I say I like, I don't know, thick girls, right? You've defined it as thick, or even just short girls, right? They can be light, they can be dark, they can be albinos, they can be like white, they can like there's a variety within that. But once you say I want yellow bones only, what if everybody else who isn't a yellow bone, whether or not they fit the criteria of everything else you want, doesn't really matter, because you've already excluded them by saying nope, your skin color has to be like this for you to even be good enough or worth it to be with me. And that's like it's like disgusting. Like that's really all I have to say about that. Like if you feel that way, like I'm not impressed. Like no. So yeah, like it's as unpopular as that sounds, and as like I don't know how else it sounds, but it is what it is. Like stop being colorist. Like, and if you want to be colorist, that's fine, but call a spade and stop hiding behind this is my type, because it's not the same thing. I'm actually almost at the end. Unpopular opinion number whatever. I'm really gonna number these like when I'm editing this video. there's no such thing as relationship goals. And I think that society like glorifies relationship goals and has convinced people that like there's relationship goals and this is relationship goals. No, Russell and Ciara are relationship goals. Jay-Z and Beyonce are relationship goals. Kanye and Kim are relationship goals. Lauren London and Nipsey are relationship goals and whatever, right? But like thing is, with relationships, every single relationship is different. It's not like there isn't like a manual that like we all read, like it's a book where O-level we all read like this particular book because we read Romeo and Juliet because the exam was on Romeo and Juliet. Like you don't, with relationships there's like no set like notes or like, you know, whatever to like define what a good relationship is. You set the tone for your personal selves, right? And so when we walk around saying relationship goals based on whose opinion, according to who, like I don't know, you should like aspire to be your own relationship goals with your partner, not to like look up to other people who you don't even know what happens behind closed doors. As cliche as that sounds, like what you're seeing is what they're choosing to let you see. And also you're probably also seeing the best parts of their relationship. You don't know what happens when things get ugly. We have all seen, whether it's on shows or like in our personal lives, moments or relationships where out there in the public people are perfect, they're happy, they look like they're couple goals and whatever, and inside their house the hand is being beaten to a pulp. Is that really what your relationship goal is? Or they're fighting every single day, they don't even like have any intimacy, they just hate each other, but then the minute they go outside it's all smiles and like giggles for the camera. Like you don't know if it's like a business deal or if it's like a forced thing or whatever, like, and you're there setting your goals based on something you know nothing about other than the information that's given to you on social media. Come on now. No. Yeah, so that's like one of my unpopular opinions. And the very last one, because now I feel like I've been talking too much. Whew. Okay. So yeah, that's basically it on my unpopular opinions relationship edition. I hope you learned a thing or two. I also hope that people understand what I've said and not get offended, because that would be really sad if you didn't get what I was saying and you just jumped to offense. Yeah, this is just all stuff that I learned over the years. You know, when you go through a lot of things, you learn a thing or two, and it's always right to share. So like I said, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification button. Also share with your friends, and also like if you don't want to comment or whatever, you can DM me on one of my socials. Let's talk about this, like, and share your unpopular opinions, and even like try to contradict mine, and just like let's discuss and stuff. It's always good to like hear other people's like side of the story and like opinions and stuff, like, because that's what life is all about, learning from each other. So this was fun. I'll catch you guys on the flip side, and thank you for coming. Bye.